Hello, welcome to Harnessing Creativity. Creativity comes in all shapes and sizes, taking on many forms. The number one reason we aren't creative is because we think we aren't, due to misdirection. You know, the whole starving artist analogy we're told over and over again in our youth and throughout our life, in fact. Creativity is the process of taking our inspired thoughts and ideas and bringing them to fruition or doing something with these lofty ideas. Many of us don't believe we're creative at all, and others doubt the credibility of their attempts. We judge ourselves. We judge ourselves after witnessing other artistic expressions. We measure our abilities comparing them to others. Creativity is a vast ocean of variance. I believe everyone has creative abilities. You just have to awaken them. And I challenge you to unleash and enjoy your creativity. And I'll explain how. Okay, our brain is efficient. It takes the easiest path or the path of least resistance when responding to stimuli. Remember earlier in the session about thoughts, feelings, and how repetitive and consistent negative feelings create pathways in our brain? This becomes the path of least resistance, the most common path that we tend to take, and therefore our mind defaults to it. So, being creative means you'll need to fight this fundamental brain quality. The path of least resistance is created by the routine negative thoughts and behaviors, or what you typically do, your habits. Your brain builds these sort of pathways both in response to and to accommodate your routine. And so it becomes your default. We tend to be creatures of habit because our brains are designed that way. So shift habits, change habits. Now, let's review 3 basic steps to build a new habit of creativity. Unleash your creative talents and do so with success. Okay, here are 3 changes to harness creativity. Number 1, to get creative, you have to do something new or take a different creative path. Switch it up. This can override the stuff you've tried or done in the past. This can override that default path in your brain that leads you down the path you typically take. This can reboot and create a new direction, a new pathway. Learning a new skill builds new pathways. You'll need to do this repetitively. And number 2, push the boundaries of your comfort zone. This helps you find the limits of what work for you to harness that creativity. Imagine the time you've spent habitually following your typical routine. These pathways are the shortcut and the path of least resistance. You must push your boundaries to create new pathways and creative options. Number 3, we don't like to fail. We tend to get to a point in our life where we avoid failure. And like we've covered, failure is bricks. Failures are bricks, and the mortar cements the bricks. The mortar is success, the successes you achieve, but failures are the bricks, a huge component of your path. We don't like to fail, and this keeps us from expanding our abilities and trying. You must embrace failure. It's the path to creative success. Don't label yourself as a person lacking creativity. You can be creative. You are creative, so give yourself a chance. Follow these 3 guidelines. Make it happen. Wake your brain to something new by introducing new things. Mixing it up changes directions and can send you on a different creative path to where you find something, a new discovery about yourself you never thought possible. Push boundaries and don't allow the failure to get in your way. It builds your way. This practice is also good for brain health and optimal cognitive longevity. Failure is the path to creative success. So remember, 1, get creative. You have to try something new, different, to build new pathways. And 2, push your boundaries, the boundaries of your comfort zone. Find the limits and push past them. And 3, don't avoid failure. Embrace failure. Just keep building and growing and evolving, because you are creating the life you crave. You're well on your way.